scheduled. Usually, let me adjust the light. Usually, I start the live stream when I'm about to start it, and there's no issues with that. But today I decided to schedule it. How are we doing? Let me lower the light a bit, light intensity. All right, I say we get started with today's video, not waste any time. So, let me say the colors I have, and I'm gonna explain what I have on my canvas, and we'll get started with today's painting. I have, starting from my titanium white all the way to my bright red. Bright red is optional, but it's still a color you can have to paint. So I start with titanium white, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, sap green, optional, phthalo green, mountain mixture, cadmium yellow, and how I said bright red, but that's optional too. Now, on my canvas, I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of the liquid white. Rather than that, it's slick, it's wet, it's ready to go. Now, for today's painting, you guys want to see a floral? Me try a floral. I haven't done a floral. Or just see what I come up with. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of lost right now. But for the new person who joined right now, I'm letting you guys pick what you want to see me paint right now. And then I'm gonna just make it up on the go. Oops. I just want to see if you guys have any ideas or suggestions. Welcome for the people who are joining. All right, how about this? I'm going to wing it, and if anyone leaves a comment in the chat or whatever, I'll come back and I'll try to fix it around to that painting. But for now, let's just get started. Let's not waste any time. How I said starting. So what I want to do, since it's getting cold, and um, that's one of the reasons why I've been starting to get sick, I'm gonna do a winter scene. How does that sound? Are you guys okay with the winter scene today? Winter scene, maybe? Yes, no? Maybe? Alright, I'm gonna take it as a yes. I can't also wait the whole day. So I tap my 2-inch brush into some Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, and mountain mixture. So let's get crazy. Let loose. There. Load up your brush full of paint. Don't be scared. It's just a mixture of phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, and mountain mixture. Some spots probably are going to be lighter than others. It's alright. And let me go ahead. Oh, I got a good winter scene now in my mind. Something like so. I'm just blocking in shapes. So if you're curious what I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm doing with a little bit of mountain mixture. Just shaping out what I want to have over there. That's all I'm doing. And then, shoot, what the hell? A little bit of that color just on here. Okay. A little bit more of that color. Maybe we see just coming out here. We'll get the basic ideas going right now. Right now it's just the shape, not specifically the color, but shape. Shape, I think, is one of the more important things right now. Um, let's go ahead. A little bit of titanium white, same dirty brush. Just been pulling it mostly through mountain mixture though, so shouldn't be too polluted. I mean, not too dark. If you guys don't want to use mountain mixture, you could use ivory black. You can use midnight black. You can use any black you really have. It's not only mountain mixture. It's just the only black I have right now. There we are. Just lightly. Just lifting up. There's gonna be many trees going on up in there. Let me go ahead. Let me grab my palette knife. Welcome to any new people joining. Um, I'm going to grab a little bit of, or a good pile of alizarin crimson. Let's try phthalo green this time. Let's change things up. Usually we use sap green, but I'm gonna change things up. See how it comes out. Test it with a little bit of white. Ooh. Now we see what color we get. It's like this lavender type. So now I know stick to sap green when trying to make a brown. It's okay to experiment. I would have never guessed that. There. So mixing something up. Let me add a little bit of mountain mixture in there. One couple of last times. Just making sure the colors will mix. Cut a roll and just get that little roll of paint on the edge of your knife. Let's come up to our canvas up here and just sort of smear the shape. The top's gonna be like trees. So it's basically the same shape, just shorter. Like if you're trying to copy that same mountain or hill or whatever it is, just smaller. That's all you're practically doing. Okay. Let me wipe off my 2-inch. This is a cheap 2-inch brush I found laying around, since all my good 2-inch brushes are polluted with paint. Example A, example B. Like all of them are dried with paint. So I had to find something I can work with. I suck at cleaning my brushes, I'm gonna be honest. There we are. There. Shoot. And I'm gonna just lift up a bit. and just go across slightly. Now, oops, grab the dry brush. I realize it's not blending in, so I'm gonna go up here and blend it together, just so when you see it all together, it doesn't look like how should I say? Doesn't look like they're two different things. There, just something like so. Something simple. Try to blend it a bit more. There. We'll come back and fix that up because I know that's still not the best. Let me grab a palette knife right here. I'm gonna wipe it off. Let me grab a little bit of titanium white. Firm titanium white. It can hold your palette knife. That's how I know it's pretty firm. Cut a roll of paint. Actually, 2 rolls. I like to say 2 rolls. Let's see if it focuses. Right there. Now let's go up to the canvas. Let's come up here and just think where the light would hit. Shoom. Shoom. Just treat it like a mountain. Just different angles and all that sort of stuff. It's just covered in snow. There we are. Maybe over here. There. Very light touch. Doesn't need much pressure. This probably won't be the main point of the painting, but it'll be something. There. Very gently. Now, let's see where we're at. Okay. Let me grab a little bit of mountain mixture and some titanium white. Get this nice color. And let's go to the canvas and kind of just create some shadows. Just something delicate. I don't know. And just tap out the base, following those angles. There. Now, let's go ahead. Shoot. We got some mountain mixture. Let's just, now let's make this seem a bit more flat. There. Something like so. There, very gentle. Well, not gentle. It's a habit. Okay, just grab and pull that paint. There we are. Shoot. What the heck? Then what I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Some may ask. Oh, phthalo blue, titanium white, maybe a little Prussian blue, just to cool it. Maybe even a little alizarin crimson. Just gives me like a lavender feel. Maybe there lived a waterfall here, but it froze. Just using a number 6 filbert, and maybe you see just a little bit of something coming out there. Okay, maybe this one isn't as covered with snow as the other one, so let me just grab a little bit of titanium white and just cut a roll. I want pretty dark colors, so I didn't add too much white. Kind of left it at the true values. Let me make it gray. Let's make it look more gray. Very lightly. Shoo. No pressure. This one you need no pressure. Just the weight of the knife is enough pressure. Okay. There. Shoo. A little more white. And just pop it in. Let me wipe off my brush. Just have a little napkin off here to the side. And let me grab some medium. So you'd probably hear Bob Ross say, I'm going to use liquid white. I say I'm using liquid white, but in reality, it's just a mixture I've made of titanium white paint and linseed oil. So, in a way, it is kind of like liquid white. It acts like it, but also it tells you what it really is in another way. Just kind of shaping that waterfall a bit. Okay, let me grab a little bit of titanium white. Just a little bit. It's a little bit covered with snow. You know what? How about we scrap this idea? I just hit the nerves for you guys. I know you guys are like, curse you. I just had that done. Well, I changed my mind. And that's okay. If you guys don't want to remove this, if you guys are playing along and don't want to remove it, don't remove it. Just keep working from there. But I'm going to remove it to try something. And that something might fail, but that's okay because we learn with our failures. See, people say I've never failed or there's no such thing as mistakes. But there's no such things as mistakes as long as you learn from them. But if how should I say it? If you say I had no mistakes, what'd you learn? You have nothing to learn because no one is ultimately perfect. Only person that is perfect is God. So you can't say I've never done mistakes. Everyone has done mistakes, and that's how we learn off them. So it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it perfectly, but hopefully you guys understand my point, what I'm trying to say. Let me grab a little bit of titanium white and my liquid white, and I'm gonna just do brush strokes, like if it's um, snow out there, some snow, and we'll create shadows and all that. Don't worry. Let me see how many people left my live stream because I pulled that stunt off. A lot of people said, "See ya." I don't blame them. There. I don't blame them. I'm sick. I'm probably not giving the best content you guys were expecting, but I'm trying. And I'm proud to say I'm trying. A little bit of liquid white and just there. There we are. Just kind of play around with where you think your lights and your shadows would kind of be. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that supposed brown, the one we messed up at the beginning. It has to be a little darker, so I'm gonna use a little bit of mountain mixture instead. Yeah, that stands out as to compare the other one. There. Shoo. They're just putting in shadows. Something like so. It looks nice depending the lighting, I also believe. Because one might see it one way, but at the end of the day, it's what lighting are you gonna see it towards the end? Let me adjust this right here. Give me 1 second. This is going crazy. I'm saying this, but with no explanation. I have a backdrop going on, so that's going crazy. That's what I mean. Um, let's do the trick that I showed on. I think it's still one of my most watched videos. So you're probably asking, what's the trick? Grab a little bit of titanium white on top of the paint. On your palette knife, you're probably saying, well, you just erased all that. We're not gonna do that. Think where you want your highlights, your bright, bright highlights. So I'm just placing them where I think my brightest highlight should go. See, I always say when I do palette knife work, when we're blending it out, is don't get rid of all of it. But in this scenario, you want to get rid of all of it. You want to blend it out. So, or you know what? Instead of trying to clean my filbert, I'm gonna use this Van Gogh brush. I believe it's. I don't even know which one it is. I just picked it up by accident. Shoom. You wanna kind of just lightly go over it, just smoothing it out. Okay. Picking up some mountain mixture, just a little. There. Just kind of pick the design of how you want certain spots to look. There we are. And I'm gonna lightly, shoom, lightly, very lightly. And with that, I'm more satisfied with the mountain than I was with the other one. So it really just depends on what makes you satisfied. Because I can tell you all these things and maybe you don't like none of them. And that's okay. So let me just clean off my brush and a bit of titanium white. And you know what? Titanium white, a little bit of liquid white. Boom. There we go. Just how I say, just doing the basic. The reason why the water will stand out is because that has like a blue tint and it will pop out. So you don't have to worry about that too much. Shoom. Just kind of just spread paint around. Let me just clean off my knife. And it's you just have to really look at your painting from a distance. I keep backing up, trying to see uh, what benefits the painting. So I'm gonna do the palette knife trick again, where I just grab some titanium white. Let me clear that out. Some titanium white on my palette knife. So just like so, that little roll of paint, go to the canvas, act like I'm gonna do paint spread, but only where I want my brightest spots to be, because I'm going to blend it out. It's not to look like this. Okay, let me grab a small palette knife. You end up going into little details. And if you think it's too bright, you can blend it with the palette knife by pushing in, and then when you blend it again, it'll be less how should I say, less bright, less. There, I have so much paint on this alone where it's starting to add up little by little. Okay, we have that going on. Just kind of blend it out. Let me go ahead, a little bit of mountain mixture and sap green. Just a dark green color. People always worry about getting it nice the first try. I say just as long as that final product looks nice, it doesn't matter how it took you to get to there. What took it? I, I'm not making sense today. Doesn't matter what it took to get to that process, what steps. What matters is how it looks at the end. Because everyone likes to do things different ways. So just because I teach you one way doesn't mean it's the only right way. Grab my 2-inch, pull that paint Just spread it and then lift up. Look, just like that, you can make hundreds and hundreds of trees. Shoot, just like that. Pretty easy. Now, if I wanted to, which why not, let's go into a little bit of titanium white. Just put some white to kind of represent little snow growing on top. Pull down, pull upward, down, upward. I just want something subtle. I don't want something too bright to call the attention off these now, because now I'm starting to like them. So if you think something's too bright, you can always just blend it out. You can blend it out to where it completely disappears. So as long as you know what you're doing or have a general idea. I don't want to say know what you're doing, because that sounds like if you know everything, which even I don't. So just feel over here would definitely hit it. I want a couple little brighter spots right here in the center. There. Just blend that out. Shoot. Go across. And I like to lift up very lightly for one last time. Let's go ahead. We have that going on. Let's go into a little bit of mountain mixture and a little bit of sap green, because it's just grass covered really. Maybe a little bit of that brown just to dole it out. Just mixing it on my 2-inch. There. All I'm doing is blocking in that color. I'm not sure if I want it to be water or a path. We can decide later on once we get closer to it. See, this is what takes me long. Just being indecisive. It's not how to do stuff or whatever. It's just being indecisive for me. So white, I'm gonna just blend it out. So I'm not too worried how it looks at the beginning. That way I kind of guide myself. Because some spots should be a little brighter than others. Okay? And just blending things out. There we are. Shoot. Let's go with my palette knife. Let me clear off the first napkin I had on my table to expose the other one. Some titanium white. I think light would hit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. Here. And finally there. It wouldn't, I don't think it would go the whole way. But if you think it would, you do the whole thing. There's no issue with that. Okay? There we are. Just softly. I don't think the top would really have much brightness. There. I can work a little more light here at the bottom. There we are. So already it looks brighter, um, because it looks like there's extra light hitting it. But even then, I'm gonna go for round two. So just deciding where. I'm just putting on a good amount this time and kind of like flattening it out just to make it easier. There. You know what? A little bit would go here. See, at first I say it wouldn't reach, then I'm doing it completely out. So you can change your mind unless you're working by reference. That's a little more tough because you're supposed to go by reference. Right here, I don't really care much if it looks too right, too wrong, or whatever. It's however I want it to be. Some titanium white. There we are. There. Just blend it out. Just by going back and forth, deciding where you want certain things to be, different values at different times. There. A little more titanium white. Maybe that one belongs there. Maybe that one right here. And this one over here. I feel like it would hit right here in the center. There. There we are. Okay. I think I like it. So now I'm gonna go into a little bit of brown with my filbert and just block in what seems to be a little bit of dirt. There. There we are. What do you guys think? Should we make it a path? I'm gonna highlight it a bit, or I'm gonna get back to it. You guys let me know. I'm gonna check back in a couple. If you guys want it to be a path, I'm gonna make it a path. If you guys want me to do some water, I'm gonna make it water. Either or. Both would look nice. The good thing is, since it's winter, the color is like a dull blue, like a lavender. So I think it would suit it. But then also a path would look nice because it's like leading your way in. So whatever you guys really want. Whatever you guys want, I don't mind doing. Just adding a branch or two. Look how loaded my brush is. Let me dim the lights. I feel like that's too bright. I think it's too bright where you're not seeing the actual values of the thing. That's a little better. Still bright. Look at that. Like I just scooped the paint really. And I'm just gonna go here. Shoom. Full with paint. No holding back. Now, there we go. Just a couple spots. We're going to some mountain mixture. A little bit of that brown, just a little. Keep loading it up because I want it pretty dark. I don't want to lose that darkness. There we are. Just loading up tons of paint on my brush and just adding it to the tree. All right, have you guys decided whether you want it water or path? Let me see. No, no, why? Um, I don't know what to make it. I'm gonna give you guys a few couple minutes. I actually want you guys to choose. I like it when you guys choose, and plus, I don't know which one I like a bit more, so let me add a bush. Just tap, tap, tap. Okay. And then just full a lot of paint and just it'll create texture. That's what it'll create. Plus, I'm doing this because I don't have my 1 inch. But it also creates texture for those who like textured paintings. I think they're cool. I think they're unique. There. Just goes in. There. Simple as that. Let me scratch in a few little sticks and twigs. Alright. Have we decided? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to choose. Just for the sake of saving time, I'm going to make it water. They're both gonna look good, so I don't really mind. There. And then a little bit of phthalo blue just right here, just to fill in a few little white spots. Maybe let's add in a little phthalo blue so it could be distinguishable. And with that, that concludes today's live stream. I really hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Try this painting out. It's interesting. So try it out. Send me an email if you do. I'd love to see what you create. Until next time, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, my friends. Goodbye.